and can't because the freaking screen didn't change. Let's that. I'll have to fix that. Okay. And so they were able to catch up with the wagon and the orcs that had kidnapped them because they had gotten stuck actually in the mud, and the two farmhands were kind of beaten and weak and weren't able to get it out. So our party was able to catch up with them, rescue the wife and the farmhands, got back, rescued Farmer and Daryl, and had moved them up to, gone with them to seek refuge at the Delmon Ranch, where other farmers and other refugees in the area were taking refuge and actually like getting walls and defenses in place and digging trenches back to the in order to fend off a siege that had been rumored to be coming. The orcs had been pretty fierce in attacking everyone in the area, so they made their last stand at Delmon Ranch, and our characters, heroes of Red Larch, got there with the Andarels just in time. Had two other characters come in, two other individuals had come down from Yartar to investigate some of the rumors of the raids and sieges and stuff, or the raids and the burning and all the attacks in the area, missing persons, people getting kidnapped, all of that. If you, we'll take a look at Yartar again really quick. We'll pull up the Desserin Valley map. So that is north of the Desserin Hills. So they came from the opposite direction. Down into the area and south of, what is that, Jundar's Pass, to investigate what was going on, the missing persons, the attacks, all of that, and met with our Red Larchian heroes. I'm just going to make that up. At the Delmon Ranch. They were able to organize, help a little bit, help with a few last-minute preparations when suddenly the drums of war, which turned out not to be the drums of war, turned out to be something else, came in the horizon. And yeah, Joe, can you help him out with that? Appreciate it. See what he needs. And yeah, his name's not even, well, he's out of chat right now. His name wasn't even lighting up. So if he was ever trying to say anything, it's got to be settings on your end. So anyway, they ended up getting there right before the siege. They had a little bit of time to prepare. War drums that turned out not to be war drums on the horizon. After that, they heard some war drums as far as pacing and marching, but it turned out that the incessant, something that sounded like a large booming kettle drum or something huge on the horizon ended up being the footsteps of a hill giant that was on the approach with the orc army, is the orc of the Ice Shield clan. They also had warg riders there, goblin on wargback, something in the area of 40 orcs, 24 wargs with riders, the giant, and also circling the perimeter and weakening the rear defenses was a black dragon who, after decimating the rear walls on the compound, began attacking the defenders. So the party now 6 strong, along with 44 defenders from who were farmers, teenagers, like people who had worked the land in the area. Had just over 40 of them with our group and fought for a better part of the evening, fighting off this siege and for the lives of their families, and quite a few casualties. I think the number we ended with was out of the 14, 18 had survived, including most of our party. Lancealot, the half man, half hamster wizard who was just trying to find both sides of himself, was carried off by the dragon after it had thrown several other of the defenders over the horizon, and had picked them up, launched them, and in order to do away with some of them. The orcs were defeated through a lot of spellcasting I believe pretty much everybody is tapped or close to tapped for spells, and through the efforts of many arrows of the defenders and Roland's ballsy jump over the wall, where he took that giant on one, they did defeat the hill giant, and the Delmon Ranch, though damaged, I know the farm, I know the barn and the house, the manor house itself, caught quite a few boulders being thrown. The hill giant threw quite a few stones on the approach in order to attempt to break down walls and reduce the number of defenders. Actually put a hole through the barn and littered the ground. I think one hit the side of the house. But other than that, we ended the night with the orcish leaders. There were several war chiefs and a couple of humans mixed in the mix, along with a few members of a Knoll tribe that were there with some of the leadership pushing a lot of the other orcs and goblins into the fight. Once they realized that their numbers had severely dwindled, they cut their losses and retreated. The hill giant, having been defeated, I think was the biggest part of their morale cut. And once the giant had been defeated, the dragon had what he wanted. He took off. So their biggest pieces of artillery and support were gone, and the enemy army had been reduced to from over 70 to about a dozen in a matter of a couple hours. And so they retreated to lick their wounds. And that is where we lie. We did not reconcile anything afterwards. We got to the point where the siege had actually ended. Lancealot was gone. I think a lot of the members of the party had taken quite a couple really good hits. We had several casualties and deaths on the defender side, and that's where we left it. Have Terran, if he's watching, he can catch on Twitch. He can't catch on Discord. Hey, go into, hop in the chat, hop in the voice channel, and then open up and screen share, and then open up your settings. Check your voice and audio settings. You can run mic test and you can run speaker test and stuff right there in there, and it also lets you designate lines in, so you might have the wrong audio hooked up or the wrong audio selected if at any point in time there was an update or anything like that. So that's where we are. The party was actually paid in advance. The Delmon family, I forget what his name was. I want to say it was like, no, Harburg was the other guy. Kerbin Delmon had come to you guys in advance, said, look, if we don't survive this, it's not going to matter anyway, but we'll give you your payment now. We'd like to give you something for helping. And left the party with several items that were either hand-me-downs through the family. Some of them were heirlooms. Some of it was, I believe there was there's a little bit of cash or gem payment, right? There was actually a gem. There were several potions, a couple weapons, his family signet ring, which he said would bring protection. And so we've got several things that way. And yeah, so that's where we're at. And we're going to wait for, we've got one guy right now, Terran, who plays Kirkad, is one of the newer players in the party. He's going to, we're working on some audio settings with him right now. And then once that's done, we'll get started with the rest. That's the channel we're in. You were in that channel. You're in that channel now.
He was in it.
He's here now.
Is he now? Oh, he's here now. What do you mean
Yeah.
you're not here?
I don't know why you mean you can't join it, man. You're in it.
You're in the channel. You got to check your settings.
All right. All right. So with that, how did I come up doubling? My speakers are on. That might be part of it. Now I'm hearing myself again. Am I coming through somebody else's channel? Okay. Oh, that's what it was. I had Joe's channel up and it was pitching the audio back to me. So, no idea why you keep getting booted. You're still in. All the permissions are the same. I literally just set up the voice channel this week for specifically for this. Because what it does is it's role attached and it keeps random people on the server from jumping in, which I've had happen before. So only anybody with a D&D role can get in.
Do you have push to talk, Darren? I'm not sure if you can hear us or not.
You said he can't hear either?
He's watching your Twitch channel though right now. So if I'm coming through your Twitch channel.
Yeah, but he should be catching it through Discord.
He should be. I don't know why he wouldn't. So see, it's not his computer. This Discord just kicked me again. And yet,
I'm literally looking at all his profile stuff in here. I'm not sure, man. Taryn, if you can hear me, dude, like we'll walk you through some troubleshooting stuff really quick because it's only on your end. I've got everybody else in here, which means it's got to be something on your end. But we can walk you through every bit of it, dude. Not that you don't know, but sometimes like we overlook stuff that when we're trying to figure some
he
stuff
says
out.
he can hear you, but I'm not sure what he means by.
Ooh, dinner. Getting a sat mic check.
Are you hearing us through Discord or are you hearing us through Twitch?
Yeah, mute Twitch and make sure it's through Discord. Because you're not even. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Check your keybinds and see if you have a push to talk set up.
I'm pretty sure you got push to talk. If you got push to talk and it's not working, just click over to voice activity for a moment.
Okay. All right, guys. So right now we're just working on getting that fixed so that he. We've got one player who's having trouble with Discord. So yeah, Taryn, we can see you. I can see you in the chat, the text chat and the voice chat. You were in the channel. You just left it. If you restarted Discord, I mean, obviously you would leave it, but yeah, we've got you in there. We had you in there when you were there, rather. So Joe, if you look up at the top right corner, there's actually a text balloon. I didn't know this. I just found this out a couple weeks ago. There's a chat in the voice channels also.
There is? Really?
Yeah. Go up to the top right corner and hit the. I didn't know it. They hide it. There's a little text chat balloon. It says show chat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can do it right in there too. I didn't know it till recently. He's restarting Discord again. Gonna see what's up.
Okay, cool. I guess that makes sense. I mean, you could have less channels, like voice channels, I guess.
Yeah, but it also like now it's nice. You just don't have to bounce back and forth.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it saves between sessions or not though, so I don't want to put information in there yet. But maybe we can do a test on next time if we
Can
cop
you
back in here. There you are. Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah.
can hear you now.
Welcome.
Okay.
Got little Caesars, crazy bread. There's
I
nothing
didn't
better
know
than
there
hot
was
bread with
there
cold
was a
sauce.
text channel in the
I didn't
chat
either for the
channels.
longest time, man. I've been on Discord like 2.5 years, and I didn't know that until a couple weeks ago.
Never seen that, huh? Never thought
Nope.
to even look.
That's awesome. Well, we got everybody now, guys. Taryn, did you? I'm sure you caught the recap or most of it.
No, it wasn't until about 12 minutes in that I thought to jump into the Twitch channel to catch the recap, but I think I'm good.
Oh, okay. What's up, Wild Dog? Hey, sorry guys, too. Our pizza came late, so I'm eating on chat.
That's all right. I was eating when we started.
Mm-hmm. Not much, man. Just getting ready to get going on some D&D, man. We just did some recap and troubleshot some issues with one of our players. Couldn't hear us, and now we're all in, and we're getting ready to go, dude. So there it is. You guys, we went over the recap and everything else. At this point in time, there are about 26 dead bodies on the inside of the wall. Some of them, aren't bodies anymore. Melted piles of something. Especially on that western wall, the dragon actually did. We talked about that. Eliminated that whole wall, that whole side of defenses, which was about to be pretty critical, considering they had an orc band plus a whole squad of orcs plus some coming around that west side. The dragon was focused on the wall, and the defenses, but did end up spraying and killing several of the defenders with its breath there, who are now, in various states of not decay, because it's basically like sat in acid and melting, I guess. I don't know. Um, but between both walls, both sides, yeah, about 26 dead total. And just dozens of orc bodies laid out across the field. Several wargs laying next to y'all. They're not small, so there's dog, wolf things about the size of a horse. I think 2 of them got inside the wall, right? 3 of them. There were 3 of them inside the wall that you guys eliminated. So where we're at. And a giant hill giant body like next to the house up here. Up here. It's actually probably from here to like here.
Nice.
It was huge.
All right. So I think wow. What did they get away with? I can't remember. They got away with something.
Lancealot.
The
Yep.
hamster.
That's a lot. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
Right. Should we track them?
Yes, but we should probably do that tomorrow.
Well, dragon flew away with him, so maybe.
Maybe. I could track the giants trail in fairly easily.
Yeah.
I say we help bury the dead on our side. Maybe try to clean up the dead on their side so it doesn't rot and fester, and see if we get any good loot. Yes, no.
Okay. Y'all?
Yeah, go start looting. I'm really worried, Lancealot.
I am too.
our friend, and
Well, I am too. I know that if we were to try tracking him tonight, a lot of us are kind of tired. You have to, like, we just came from one battle from 2 sessions ago while going here towards nighttime to fighting this giant thing. I'm pretty tapped on spells, so if we find more people, I'm not going to be a whole heck of a lot of help.
we should rest and track them in the morning.
Right. But maybe
can
help
agree.
these.
I can agree with that.
That's
I
what
agree.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at earlier. We helped these guys, kind of clean up around here for tonight, and then tomorrow we can go follow the tracks and see if we can find where the dragon is with hopefully our still alive friend.
Okay.
And Gamit, while the party's talking, pulls the ring off his finger and offers it to the party. And the patriarch offered this as payment. If anyone wants it, they are free to take it.
Oh, I brought you luck.
I think that the one who brought down the giant would deserve such a reward.
I'm good. I don't need no luck.
I pull out my trusty wand. I've got this for now. You can keep it, or you can give it to your compatriot.
I'm gonna admire my fine staff.
If you're trying to get rid of it, I mean, I'll take it. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to hold on to it.
It might be good for the frontline fighter to be lucky.
Never hurts to be lucky.
All right. Gamit puts the ring back on his finger and thanks
Okay.
everyone. And
All right.
I'm not wanting to carry too much. I'm gonna offer the long sword shark tooth. I'm gonna ask, can anybody use this? It's a long sword. I have no need for it.
You guys know that it does. It's not anything magic. It's not anything to identify. You guys just know that from seeing it. For the guys that join the group, also, too easy to explain. It does extra damage. It's a serrated blade blade that actually has embedded shark teeth in it. It does extra damage to somebody who's unarmored. That's all. That's what it is.
Yeah. Anybody want it? Anybody can use it?
Calcad holds out its hand. I'd like to take a look at it, if that's okay. Huh. The
Oops,
shark's teeth.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So the
Uh,
way
That's
it
what it
works
does.
is it's a normal longsword, except it's embedded with shark teeth and on the blade instead of it being serrated or straight blade. And if you hit somebody that is unarmored, it does an extra die of damage.
That would be swinging it with one hand.
Doesn't matter how you hit them, whether it's one-handed or two.
And there's two again. You roll D8 or D8s and D10s basically.
Well, I can't use it, but I really do get a kick out of the shark's teeth along the edges. So if you are intent on getting rid of it, I'll carry it for a little bit just so that it doesn't disappear, because those shark's teeth are pretty cool.
All right, yeah, you can have it. I will hand him my longsword shark
That's fine.
teeth.
Yep.
That's its name. I don't know how to transfer the.
You'll have to actually put it in the settings for the weapon, so I'll help with that in a little bit.
I put the stuff on the Frostdale giant chat from what you gave us before.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was a way to transfer something.
Yeah, I know. Without having to reset it. Without having to reset it up, yeah.
Yeah, like right click on it and say.
I'm
give
sure
your
there is,
select
but
party.
like there's probably some weird code I have to write in the compendium. I'm not
Oh,
sure how to
possibly,
do
yeah.
that.
So it's a longsword shark tooth, but basically we named it, and it weighs 3 pounds.
Yeah, basically everything's the same except when you do the settings in the gear to add it to your attacks, it gets a secondary attack, and you just like under the secondary attack, just put the same damage dice. And then what it does is it splits it like it does in the chat here, where it's like 3 and then 7. That 7 is the secondary, so we just ignore that unless it's conditional, like they get it. Just the same way we do advantage and disadvantage. So all the dice are rolled, but we only use them when the occasion applies.
So, yeah. If it's an unarmored person, you probably take 7, and on the second roll, 11. Is my guess, right?
So, no, they're added together. So, like, on the first roll there where you hit a 22, or you did a 22 both times,
Yeah.
normal damage would just be 3. And then, like, if they were unarmored, they would have done 10 instead. The
Oh,
second
okay.
attack would have
So
done 17, so
11
it's added
and then,
together.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like advantage damage. It's like add them both together.
So, like, you're fighting a goblin, you chop it in half pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 17 damage right there. You're chopping parts of them.
Now remember, guys, too, just because you're not proficient with a weapon doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means you don't get your proficiency bonus added to the attack. All right?
Right. I'm just really heavy.
Yep, obviously. Yep. Okay. So you guys want to search bodies tonight? The attack came, just for time frame reference, the attack started a little bit after daylight went down, right? Actually, just about the same time. The smoke, they had burned the fields on the other side just before dusk, like it was kind of at dusk, twilight. And so after that, they let it build on stuff. The attacks didn't start for another half an hour after that. So we're... It was relatively fast, but it was not like a 3-minute fight. So this probably an hour. Okay.
Right.
So we're, I'm not gonna say early evening, but it's kind of, what is this? We said it's about the equivalent of September. So I don't know.
With or
probably
without
9.
daylight savings?
Listen, Ben Franklin. All right. Late evening, like going into probably halfway to morning, right? So 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay. So you guys want to loot? I mean, you guys can go around looting, I suppose. It's 9, 10 o'clock.
Nora's
It's 10 o'clock.
looking through the wounded and stuff and seeing if there's anybody surviving she can help.
Okay. I'll probably help with that.
Okay.
Gamit is beaten up and bloodied, so Gamit is gonna take time to rest.
Yeah, you kept trying to tie a dragon to your head. You wouldn't let him go, man.
No,
You tried to put that
but
thing
I
on a
almost
leash.
got that dragon.
I almost got that dragon.
I'm aware. I kept looking at the hit points like, shit, I need this guy to go away. It's like, all right. Nora is gonna, if you guys need healing also, let me see what she has left. She cast a few defensive spells and stuff, but let me see what she had. She can help a little bit if you guys need it. She's got 2 healing spells left.
Kirkhead is okay. He didn't take much damage, but I'm trying to get that info right now, and with the long rest and recovery, he'll be good to go without any help from Nora.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else need a hand?
I was gonna meet about halfway, but I couldn't do healing hands myself. I really needed to.
I'm good.
Or cure wounds or whatever it is. Yes, cure wounds. But I can help Nora if there's anybody that needs help.
She
Kirkhead starts lifting up one of the warg bodies and puts it in one of those carts next to the well to push it out of the
they're about the
fenced-in
size of a
area.
horse, so it might be something that like teams are gonna have to do. Just a thought.
They're big. They're a big dog. You can chop them
They're
up.
huge. And Kirkad's got some strength. He's got it, but it's like picking up a horse, man. But you guys, I mean, definitely can get other people and organize a team to do that. Yeah. Roland, Nora says you're stubborn, and she appreciates your humility, but now is not the time.
Fine.
Huh?
Fine. All right. I will cast.
I mean, she did 5. Where you at? 19.
Yeah, and I can go ahead and do it too. And another 8.
There you go. You're at least close. All right.
I'm better now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And is there anybody that we find that? Where's the guy who was telling us? Do we see him? Guy that gave us
Kerbin,
stuff, or
yeah, he
Yeah.
survived.
okay.
Oh, good.
Is he okay? Like, is he?
He's recovering. Everybody here is exhausted. Just, it wasn't even that long, but it's just the stress. It feels like it's 2 days from tomorrow.
Right.
So, no, let's see. He actually asks, he says, "Can we like to move the bodies and let's." He wants to centralize them, kind of line them up, out of respect, and also so he can take an inventory of who's alive, who didn't make it. If there's families on the inside, he wants to let know.
Get a count.
Yeah.
Get a count. Look at the bases or
Mm-hmm.
who's not there anymore,
So I'd
and
appreciate
assume
your help
that they're
if you
dead.
could. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll agree to that. Yeah, we'll help you with that, and all the other ones know. I'll go over to Ardan first and let him know, and I'll see. Is it Kirkat? What is it?
Kirkad?
Kirkat. I'll go to him, seeing he's throwing a Worgen in a cart. I think he'll be needed too for muscle, and ask him if he can help with the bodies and laying them up in kind of organized fashion.
Okay.
I can do that.
Oh, I appreciate it. Then I'll walk over to Gamut and let Gamete know what we're doing too. Oh, can you help us line up bodies so that they can get a count of who's alive and basically take accountability?
Yes, I can help out. I will help out immediately, and Gamete starts helping them drag bodies and taking count of who's there.
Okay.
All right.
Nora's moving some of the wounded that survived into the forge, so they're not in front of their families for trauma reasons, but so she can look after them.
All right.
She's gonna start moving the bodies into the center and stuff, and get them all lined up. Out of like I said, I think we said lost 26 had died. There's 21 actual bodies. 2 of them kind of got thrown off to the side a few hundred yards away, and broken bodies landed. The dragon had bitten one of them in half. So there's actually the bottom half of a body there by that where the western wall was. And then you guys get the rest of the bodies lined up and stuff and covered up. Yeah. As you guys are moving them and stuff. Nora's moved, like I said, she's moved wounded over there. Some of the weapons, a few of the javelins, some of the arrows and stuff, there's still a few piles of arrows near the wall, nowhere near what was compiled. It looks like the archers wouldn't have had many more rounds of combat left in order to fire, and all the javelins are gone. The stuff that was in the center wagon, it's been the artillery, the ammunition at least has been depleted. Let's see. The well is still standing. You can hear now that the sounds of battle have like subsided, and everybody's had a few minutes. The livestock in the barn's going crazy. They're still off kilter, so.
So bodies are kind of where I'm actually gonna go. So I'm gonna go examine this giant
Okay.
the best I can in the dark.
Yeah.
Not that I'm really gonna search him for much. I doubt he has much, but I may check and see if he does have pockets. He might have some gems or something, but I don't know if a mountain giant or anything they have.
Yeah, you
That
can
kind of
check them
stuff.
out. So I'm confused. You are searching him or you're not? He's like,
Yeah,
not really gonna, but he might have some stuff.
I'm gonna search him
Okay.
because he is.
Yeah, so he had obviously his big giant club that he almost hit you with several times, right? And
Right.
he's got couple small shiny gems in his pocket, a few coins. It's actually more of a pouch, not in a pocket, but like in his he's got a waist pouch. And little trinkets. There's a couple small gems in there, a few coins. A piece of looks like a piece of bone that he had gnawed on. For him, it was something to just pick his teeth with or something to gnaw on and stuff. And you're not really sure what it is, but something that would have sized his hand about the size of a toothpick to you is, he's got a leg bone 4 feet long. It wouldn't really fit in there. A couple feet long, and it looks like it was probably a femur of something. Maybe a little shorter than that. Something about human size.
Okay.
But yeah, I was trying to make that fit without dropping it. Actually having a and he's got a there's like a few giant buttons in there and like a couple rocks. A couple of them are shiny and nothing to them. They're just like either crystal or different like quartzes and stuff. But in total, he's got 55 gold pieces, 27 silver pieces. There's a gold ring that doesn't look like it would fit his finger at all. But there's a gold ring in his pouch. And there's 3 gems in there that are red. There's a blue one and a white one.
They've got three gems, a red one, a blue one, and a white one, or three red gems, a blue
three
one.
red ones, a white one, and a blue one. And as far
Okay.
as anything else he was wearing, he had a necklace made out of bone, and then some pretty simple like covering and clothing and stuff. He's not armored. He's not doing anything else. So he's huge. So he's not worried about it. But he's just dirty, smelly. Now he's smelly and dead, and it makes it worse. And
Kick him a few times. Just for,
screw you. Like,
right.
mm-hmm.
So 5 gold pieces, 27 silver, gold
That was
ring.
57 gold.
Oh.
53 gold pieces.
Must not hit a button.
Yeah. Yeah. 53 gold pieces, and then whatever else I told you was in there.
27 or silver pieces, gold ring, 3 gems.
Human femur.
Wait,
Yeah.
3 red gems. Then white, blue gem, piece of bone, toothpick maybe, leg bone, shiny rocks.
Yeah. It's his shiny pouch.
Yeah, and he's got a pouch. He actually has a pouch.
That was all. Yeah, it's all in like a waist pouch, belt pouch.
Yeah, so it's really huge. But
It's a backpack for you.
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I actually might take that too, and use it as a backpack or offer it to somebody else's backpack.
You can. You'd probably have to modify it, but it's just tied like if you had a draw pouch, it's the same thing. It's just giant sized. But yeah, you could take it if you want it. I mean, it's heavy. It's a lot of
just
fabric,
a backpack.
But
okay. Well, I may just offer it, throw it over the fence, but here's a backpack if anybody wants one. Kind of like. Basically, he's dead though. There's nothing special about his club, like no gems or anything in that, is there?
no.
Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna make a comment about there. Anybody know what we're gonna do with that giant? I have no idea.
I mean, there's still one cask of oil left. I can throw it on it and firebolt it, and you can burn. Probably gonna smell bad though.
It's
Yeah.
it'll
I don't
get
know if
rid
it
of
can smell
it.
worse than it
It's
could.
right next to the house, but it'll get rid of it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
it might
It's-
cause the house to burn.
It's 15 feet from the house. I mean, it just depends. You know, I'm sure you could do it
Yeah.
without catching the house on fire. It wouldn't be a problem.
Well,
I mean, if you think it's necessary.
I don't know.
I know how much hatred you have for them, so the less you have to see it, the better.
Would like to burn it, but it might signal for others to come here.
I think the fire in the fields and the giant sound of battle would have done that already.
Sure. I forgot about the field of fire.
Yeah, they burned all the farm fields on the west side.
Somehow I think that
I don't
if
think
they
burning
aren't
it.
already here, they aren't coming.
I don't think burning it next to the house is a good idea, though.
It's 15 feet. I mean, the villagers can keep watch.
I'll let what was the guy's name?
Kerbin.
Kerbin. I'll let Kerbin deal with it. I don't know. Not giants.
It was my last cask of oil, anyways. The other one got melted.
Only wish there was more to kill.
I'll tell Kerbin that if he needs to, he can keep the oil to, kind of burn the invaders' bodies if they can
Okay.
pile them up.
Sure.
Throw them in that big hole they dug.
Yeah, makes it easy for cleanup and doesn't spread disease and shit. And we can ask if, while they're doing that overnight, if they find anything worthwhile giving to us, they could, or they can obviously keep their fair share first.
Well, you guys can start looting things.
Hmm?
I looted the giant. Yeah,
Right, but
guys-
if he's saying it's already late, it might be a good idea to try to rest just in case some surprise thing does happen. Especially since I'm pretty much tapped out, and that way, if the villagers go through it overnight and they happen to see anything they're willing to share, I get to rest and possibly get some stuff.
Well,
So do all of us.
don't be saying some surprise shit. There's ideas right there. No, I'm just kidding. It's out of character.
I mean, unless you're opposed to it, Roland, if you want to help me search the bodies while we can, I
Oh,
may be resting through the day.
I've searched enough tonight.
Unless anyone else is opposed to that idea.
I'm with this. Till tomorrow.
Night comes for all.
Mm-hmm. So,
Community
Kerman,
rest is in order.
Kerman Kazai, we can only assume the worst is over. You're more than welcome to stay in the house. You're more than welcome to stay in the barn if you'd like. The forge to keep warm if necessary. But please, the grounds are at your disposal. Thank you for your help. I don't know where we would have been, and I don't know where these people would have been if you had not happened upon our circumstances. Thank you.
I just nod. And then I will walk. Probably into the house.
Into the house. All right.
Yeah.
You pass there's some of the families that are coming out, like seeing the bodies and stuff. You see some of the wives and the children are crying, and the elders look like they would cry if they hadn't probably cried every tear they could have 10 years ago. Just a hard life, and you can see the morose expressions and stuff.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I don't want to see that kind of stuff. I'll go to the forge.
okay. Screw
Yeah.
you unhappy people. I don't want to
Give me
be
guys
here.
into the forge.
Yeah, yeah.
Why y'all so depressed? Ugh.
It's over. Get over it. You lived. Be happy.
My daddy didn't.
Good week.
Damn.
The weak were called grow stronger from their loss.
On his way to the forge, Kirkad stops with each group he comes by. Each person just puts a hand on his shoulder to just say, "Hey, I'm sorry."
Okay.
Doing a little bit of showing that, hey, yep, this is life. Just doing that as he walks to the forge.
Okay.
All right. So we sleeping?
Yeah. Can we hit that long rest button?
Sure.
I'm just waiting to see if everybody's in agreement. Are we all sleeping?
Taryn, Blizz?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. How did the night go?
Let's find out. No, it's quiet. You guys are able to the forge is still hot. There's enough in there to make bedrolls on pallets, and you guys have your bedrolls and stuff. The sounds of battle is still playing in your ears every time you try to go to sleep. But eventually you all drift off, and you still hear, even from here at this distance, you're not sure if you can audibly hear it or if it's in your head, but like the cries of some of the women in the house and stuff. But you all drift off, and before you know it, as fast as you fell asleep, you wake up. Sun is out. Smell of burning crops and stuff is still in the air. As a lot of the farmland to the west had been, I almost said to the left, to the west, it turned to charcoal, and overnight, just The cinders of what was still in the air with the wind blowing. Just a super calm breeze over the ranch, much in contrast to the way that it was last night. And there's an eerie. The calm is almost disconcerting when it juxtaposed with the events of the night prior. As you guys get up and walk the grounds, the farmers and the refugees, the bodies of the dead are still lying in the courtyard, along with the 3 wargs that you killed, still lying in place. Most of them near the well. And as you look out over the wall to the east, the farmland, now turned battleground, is still littered with orc and goblin and warg bodies. There's almost a chill in the way the wind is very, very gently moving over everything.
Okay, so I'm gonna go after looking at some bodies and get my canteen full or my my water skin full of water and have a drink of water myself. Then I'm gonna ask if there's anyone who'd like to try to track where these beans came from.
I'll go with you. Oh, also, I got to roll for my wand charges, so that way you have it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you?
yeah,
You didn't use that at all. Was it not just not maxed out?
I used it.
Did you?
The
Yeah.
previous, I used it. So it had only 1 charge left. So it's actually it's at 4 now because I forgot to do the +1. So I
Okay.
have 4 of the 7 charges.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because he used it before we didn't get a rest, so we were already kind of hurting.
Yeah. That's right. You guys came
Argument
through it, all
shall
right.
help you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Make sure
They
you
took
put
our
all
friend.
your.
I shall help as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Then I'll ask him, and I'll tell him my name. My name is Roland, and this is Zerdon. We've been traveling for a while. They took our friend Lancealot. That was the rodent. I do not
Argument, I'm
know.
sorry. I attempted to help your friend, but failed in my attempt at helping him.
You did not fail. You were taking chunks out of him. You did probably more than the rest of us could have combined.
With a nod.
Any
All right.
ideas why a dragon would fly off with him?
Any idea why a horde of goblins
Meal.
and everything else came by?
Possibly a meal. But he'd be a very small meal. I do not know. I only hope that we find him alive. By some means, he frees himself.
Well, before we set off, I'm gonna go search some of the bodies, see if there's any clues about whence they came, see if there's any goodies to give us or anything else. I'll just like search a random handful of them instead of all of them because I know that take forever.
Sure. What's a random handful? How many?
I'll search whatever group was over this way. So I think there was like 10 or so that came that way from the dead
Where at?
bodies in the big group of this area.
I'm not seeing your ping.
Oh, god damn it.
There it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So in an area that was like kind of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You can just go like this, and
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was highlighting it on my screen, and I realized that that's not
All right,
actually doing
I'm
thing.
just telling you.
I'm not in your
just
head,
thinking,
and I
okay.
don't want to be. So
I don't want to be there either.
I know. Anyway, yeah, that's fine. So you can let's do this.
The free hand you can drop.
Yeah. So between all the let's say all the orc bodies in that area, the goblins and stuff, that was actually where a big concentration of a lot of them came through. If you remember, like there were a lot of them that died right there in that
Oh, that's
quadrant.
right. I forgot about that.
So you can spend some time searching or not. The first couple bodies you come across, like there are short bows on the orcs. There are some arrows amongst them. Some of them have they're some of them are wearing armor, like leather, mostly leather armor, or some form of like mismatched hides, animal hides and stuff patched together. There are they have some of them have axes, some of them have swords. Between them and the goblins are wearing similarly are similarly armed.
Does anything stand out like a clue as to from where they came or anything else?
Not. Let's see. Hold on a sec. No, not specifically. The a lot of the goblins are carrying scimitars and also short bows. So if there's if you guys need to, you definitely find enough here between the arrows that are able to be salvaged that were fired and some of the ones the goblins and the orcs were carrying. If your quivers are empty, no issues, fine enough to carry. Belt pouches on quite a few of them carry a lot. There's some coins. Some of the goblins, it's the same kind of thing. Like, oh, this is shiny. They put it in their pocket. So there's a few in that way. There's a couple smaller gems among some of them. Not all of them are carrying stuff like that, but a few little trinkets and stuff amongst the group. There are one of them was carrying like a small ivory statuette, almost like a pewter miniature you'd play with D&D in person with, but like a small statuette of something. Just not sure what it's related to. It's just some statue of a little figure made of pewter, and there's like a bone. Several of them are wearing like bone necklaces. Some of it's ivory. So, depending on how many you're actually gonna search.
Let's go with. Is anyone helping me or no?
Gamita is gonna help search bodies.
If he's gonna help me, I say, I don't know, 15 of them, or is that too much? You think? I don't know how much. I don't. I'm looking to not take a whole lot of time because we
I
gotta
think
go.
a total of like 10 bodies.
Yeah. Okay. 10.
Okay, sure. It's a total of 83 gold pieces, 125 silver pieces, 206 copper, in 10 bodies at random between orcs and goblins. You find 2 great axes, 3 long swords, 10 short bows, and 5 scimitars.
We can just divvy up the gold between all of us and I have no use for any of the weapons, but I will take that little pewter statue.
Okay, and then there's
Figurine
also a
thing.
couple gemstones. So you guys find 3 pieces of amber, piece of opal, and a tourmaline.
Well, I will take those gems if nobody's opposed to it, just in case they may come in handy for spells later.
Go right ahead.
I got all I need killing that giant.
Okay. So then I'll go ahead and just start figuring out the math for the gold and stuff while you guys continue.
And while they're
Just divide it
going,
between you guys. I got all I need. Like killing a giant, don't you?
while they're going through bodies, I'm looking for Kerbin to let him know what the plan for the group is going forward and seeing how the folk are doing after the sunrise.
Okay. He's easy to find. He's in the house. All right. So the plan is to track the dragon or where the orcs came from.
Well, the only thing I can track is where the giant came from.
Okay.
So that's all I can track. That's what I'm going to suggest we do. And just hope that, because we can't track a dragon, it doesn't leave a trail in the sky.
Yeah. When you guys said that at first, I was like, this will be quick.
You
Okay.
find nothing. The trail, there is no trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see it go off in that direction. You can go that direction if you want to. Yeah, no, we'll try for the giant.
All right. Your survival is 4.
Yeah, and then I
All
have
right. See. Let's see if it'd be investigation, nature, or survival, but you got the same score in all of them, so.
oh, that doesn't show me anything.
Get it right. Let me see. There is a bonus for tracking them, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It doesn't
It
say
should
anything
be
other
in
than
the
favorite
favorite
enemy.
enemy.
Nah, it just says giants there. I would have to pull open a book.
Yeah, I'm
Or
already.
can I look it up in the.
What was your favorite terrain type? Natural explorer. What?
Natural Explorer class Ranger.
Mountain.
It was
Yeah.
Mountain. Yeah.
So we're not there, so you're not gonna get a bonus for that.
You have advantage. You have advantage on wisdom
Advantage on.
checks
Yep.
and
I just saw it.
intelligence.
Advantage on wisdom to track your favorite enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is wisdom check to or survival to track.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you guys all leaving right now?
Do you all have food?
Like you're setting out to do this right now? Yep.
I've got 10 days rations.
Same.
Same.
Yeah, I got my water skin filled and I got torches and I'm good there. Yeah. I'm pretty much ready to go.
Gamete, I put the split amount if you agree to it in the chat.
Put what out?
If for the stuff that we found, the gold and silver, I was just telling him I put it in the chat if he agrees to that amount split.
I'll just
I
leave
agree.
Taryn on the dark, huh?
He said between you and me since he went out, do you want to split it with everyone else?
I didn't need any.
I'll just do. Hey, I'm just here. I'm just calling out what I see. You guys do what you want. All right.
Sounds good to me.
If they didn't help me search, that's their problem.
Oh no.
I was focused on killing one thing and I looted him and that was all I wanted.
However y'all need to do it. Okay. Okay, yeah, just as when you guys are actually wanting to step off.
Might as well tell Kerbin that we're out and then go.
Yep.
Okay.
His trail ends here. Ours goes this way.
All right.
That-
Nora will follow. Okay. Yeah, you step out. Obviously, it's pretty easy going as far as tracking in the initial direction, and you know, you get over some of the foothills. It's not like big hills or anything. Looking at let me bring you guys to the other map really quick, and then so looking here really fast. The trail starts to move. Zoom in a little bit. I zoom in on the Delmon Ranch over there on the northeast side, and you guys can check that out. So the trail starts to move to the west or the east a little bit, and roll another. So you can roll it every hour. I'll let you follow the trail for every hour.
Okay.
And because you're tracking and stuff, it's not going to be at full movement speed. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And starting to down to about there. Go ahead and roll. And make it across this this little piece right here is pretty smooth terrain.
Just keep copy pasting.
Starting to head down towards the high forest. And you make it another couple miles. And the trail starts to get a little rough to follow. Roll again. And you end up actually able to pick it back up. And it kind of winds through some of this terrain here a little bit, kind of windy. Go ahead. And back in the forest, but it actually veers west. Do it again. It looks like it starts to come back towards the Sumbers. The farmers and the refugees and stuff had talked about it being the ice shields had being hidden in the high forest. But there are giant tracks, because that's the ones you've been following.
Right.
You kind of had lost sight. That little like 13 and 8 right there. You'd lost the tracks of some of the other ones.
Right.
Picked the giant tracks up, but again after that, like it had been a while, you weren't really able to identify where those came from. And now you're actually only seeing like one trail, and it's just the giant. Even knowing that the tracks are there, the other ones seem to have broken off. You didn't see where they broke off at, but you're not catching them. And now, yeah, now you're thinking about it too. Like you know that the others retreated, but you're not seeing them. So there's something different about this course that they took, or that the giant took, that these guys didn't.
Okay. I'll let the group know. The giant came from this direction, but I'm not sure if the other ones were coming from this direction.
All right.
Or
While you guys decide what you're going to do about that, my dog has been pacing for 20 minutes. I'm going to take her outside really quick and then get another slice of pizza. And then if you guys need to take a smoke break, grab a snack, do whatever you need to, get your drink, and then come on back. And then I've got 8:25 right now.
Did we want to introduce each other's characters in more detail since we're tracking and That way it's just not saying it was a quiet talk the whole way and we know nothing about each other. Oh no.
You can do that. If you want to? We can have that conversation.
Are the others
about-
opposed?
You're about 5 hours into tracking these guys at this point, maybe longer. 7 hours maybe. It's mid-afternoon.
Mountain elf. I'm a mountain elf hunter. That's what you need. How would you learn to be?
I'm
And I don't like giants. So
In
Yeah.
case you can't tell.
I give me Thundertoe, earn my clan name from a deed I performed in combat while I was the squire for my kingdom. I ran potions to the knights in need, turning the tides of the battle, thus earning me the name Thundertoe.
okay.
I like it.
me too.
Toes quick as thunder is what it stands for.
Not that they can hear you comment. You're not loud, right?
He is a dwarf.
I know, right? I'm
Yes.
thinking they called you Thundertoe because you're loud, but that's just me.
I'll go. My name's Erdon. Come from a pretty high society family. Figured I needed to make a name for myself and not just live in their shadow, and decided to adventure out and learn more of the world, and now here I am.
The fact that he's doing that is probably the only reason I respect him as a adventurer with me.
And even though I am a tiefling, I'm not the traditional asshole kind of tiefling.
And I am Kirkad. As you can tell, Dragonborn, with an accent that will change every which way it can.
Dragonborn the race, not the Dovahkiin. In case.
Not the what?
Not the Dovahkiin. Any Skyrim players? Nothing? Elder Scrolls? Nobody? Okay. Never mind.
I get
Better than what my wife had to say about my character.
I just thought you stubbed your toe and yelled a lot.
No,
Yep.
my wife popped off with Thundertoe, the cousin of the camel toe.
I'm interested in your, dragon heritage, since I come from a draconic sorcerer line.
Yes, my tribe is. We live on over in the east by the ocean. Water on both sides. Pirates seem to be a problem, and where my tribe is, I was gonna shift again and just talk about how sailing, seafarers, and was working on ships as a hired hand, as a marine to fend off pirates. And so kind of came up doing that, and the sea is very natural place, impartial, where you live, die by luck and cunning.
What the hell?
What ancestry are you, if I may ask?
I assume you're talking about draconic ancestry.
Yes, I'm bronze myself, so I was just going to see if, there was any clashes there.
Well, it is metallic, copper.
Hmm. I think, do those get along? I'm going to assume they do.
I believe they do because they are both metallic. Now, if they were chromatic and metallic, I think there'd be a problem.
We were talking about ancestry, seeing if our two ancestries had a clash of some sort.
Yeah,
some
he
reason.
was just talking to you about that. He addressed the question.
I know,
you
but
had.
I thought you said huh. I was explaining. My bad.
I said, uh-huh.
I only heard the huh part.
Oh, sorry. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
You guys might be related, right?
That I would doubt.
I highly doubt.
Well, don't you need copper and something else to make bronze?
Not quite how that works, but all right.
I just can't wait till I get my first lightning spell. Well,
Copper and brass and bronze. Let's see.
does Nora introduce herself to them or no? Or is she just going to stay quiet?
Nora, in a robotic voice, says, I am the healer, the hand of the master. And she shrugs back into the background.
Oh, okay. So coppers are jokers who spit acid, brasses are talk and breathe fire, and bronzes are noble and shoot light.
I figured it was the background.
That's I think 4E. They're talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Bronze are the sea dragons.
Hmm? Excuse me. All right.
Well, you guys can research that. Figure out if you like each other.
But yeah, so
Alright,
you made it
Karen.
about that far. The trail and the road had started to curve back towards the Sumbers. So
All right, I let them know that we can continue to follow the Giants Trail. That's fine. But I don't know if this is where the others came from or headed back to. And I'm all for tracking this giant, really.
mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we have a trail, let's follow it.
Well, we are looking for your friend. So I have no vote, or I have no preference for what to do at this point. I am happy to continue following.
Okay.
Just follow the trail.
Okay. Well, we're gonna continue following this giant trail.
Let me put my paint thing back on. Wow, that got really. Oh, because I put box. I'm sorry. I am retarded.
Look, the line got thick.
Uh-huh.
Not 20 thick.
He wandered back and forth a little bit.
It was a really good trail right there.
Mm-hmm. Late afternoon. Go ahead.
Oof.
I get about here and lose it.
God, I cannot seem to find the trail. The boss is around here. We can head back and check the forest if you'd like. It's getting late. I guess we could rest. You said late evening, right?
Yeah. Or early, well, it was late afternoon, starting to get early evening.
Early evening. We could set up camp for the night here. I could try to find it again tomorrow. Any thoughts?
So what does the immediate area look like?
Yeah, so mostly open rolling terrain, some foothills, sparse vegetation. There are pockets of trees and like groves and stuff, but it's mostly open rolling meadowland. Not to say it's, like I said, not to say it's completely empty. There's pockets of trees and vegetation and stuff, and small little groves and wood lines. Nothing crazy thick, enough to call a forest. But if you're looking for cover or something like that, you can find it. It's not too rocky here. But as you guys get closer to the Summer Hills and stuff, it is. So.
The only preference I have is we find a place somewhat covered as our destination.
Okay, we can look around for a cover, some coverage, like a grove or something.
Mm-hmm.
So how each one of those hexagons is what? 5
If
miles?
you zoom out, I think it says 4. There's a legend down here on the map. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, up at the top, it says 1 hex is 4 miles. I hope I was right. I was basing all my like paces off of that, so.
Yeah, so it would be about 12 miles back to the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see the forest? I mean, it's 12 miles back.
Not from here. No, with the terrain and stuff.
Can we see the mountains?
The tops of some of the ones closest. Yeah.
Okay.
They actually start.
Can we tell if
I
the
know it's
giant's pace picked
it's
up?
dark. I know it's like fog of war out on you guys' map, but I'm gonna ping it. I don't know if you can see it. That's kind of like where the mountains kind of start. You can see the tops of some of them.
Right. There's this one down here.
Yep. No, it didn't ever pick up.
I mean, it's a trail from the giant coming to the war.
Mm-hmm.
So if he would have been picking up, he'd have been running to the hills or to the forest.
Yes, basically what I was trying to determine was if he was going at a slower speed towards the forest, or if he was going, or if he was going slower after the forest.
No real pace change.
And he just walked at the giant's pace.
Quite a thunderous pace it was.
Yeah, that was actually
No longer.
what the drum you guys thought you heard was. It was just him stepping. He'd like take a step, wait for the rest to catch up, take a step, wait for the rest to catch up.
So are we gonna set up camp?
Might as well.
Okay.
Okay, so we find a place that's got some coverage, I imagine.
Yeah, you can find something. Like I said, there's like little spots of like you're in the woods, but it's not like really the forest. It's kind of like groves of trees here and there. There's some shrubs, like some vegetation and stuff lower to the ground. You guys can find something relatively close to where you're at. We've got some cover. And at least concealment. There may not be a lot of cover there, but there's at least concealed away.
Okay. Get out my tinder box and make a small fire.
Okay. All right. Let's start a fire.
Talk about watches. Who wants first watch, second watch?
Okay.
I can see at night. Any of you? And I look at the dwarf. I know that he can see at night. I think we should take the darkest hours.
Agreed.
I have, as you know, no dark vision, but I'm also feeling well rested, so I'm more than happy to start off.
Okay.
I can take second. I can also see at night.
Okay. You prefer the wee hours of the morning or the middle of the night?
So guard orders what?
I'm asking if
Kirkad?
Gamut prefers the wee hours of the morning or the night.
Jimmy will take the night watch.
All right, then I will finish the watch.
Okay. Sure. So you started a fire. Starting to get a little darker. You know, the flames are kind of lighting up inside the tree line, but it's just nothing crazy.
Before we settle down, is there any animals or anything that might be able to kill a rabbit or something?
Yeah, make a survival check. Yeah, you can find a snack, a woodborne snack.
Okay.
All right, and I hunt around for some potatoes.
Nothing specifically around here, no.
Potatoes? What are those?
Boil and mash, stick them in the stew.
I mean, you may have had more luck finding mushrooms.
You really
Yeah,
want to risk it
no.
with mushrooms?
No
Maybe.
cultivated.
Good point.
No cultivated potatoes out here in the random tree line, but there's like if you're looking for other stuff, you pass some berry plants, there's some mushrooms, there's some you know, a few things here and there.
I'm just trying to save on rations here.
Makes sense.
And since you said that the flames light was dancing on the tree line, I step out just outside the tree line to where the flames are behind, so night vision, what little I have, will not be negatively impacted.
Yeah.
By the flame.
Makes sense. So, first watch goes by pretty uneventful. Kirkad, that's you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so second, let's see. Second was Erdan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, it's just quiet. The third watch is Gamit. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, roll perception check. You're on guard, so I'm gonna give you active perception. You're doing what you should be doing. So. Okay. Um, you're pacing kind of outside the camp, you know, around where everybody's at, taking advantage of the fact you've got dark vision and stuff. Not too silently, but quietly, as much as you can. Try to be at least considerate for everybody else, and try to be not, you know, sneaky, but just so you're not overpowering anything that might be out there just by walking through the woods, being too loud even for yourself. Uh, individual approaches from the west. You can hear the footsteps. You can kind of see make out in the tree line. It doesn't seem to be attempting to be quiet or to be hidden at all. It's a odd time of night for somebody else to be out, obviously, you know, and you, I don't know.
I roused the party.
Okay. Just stop. Hold, please.
But I see we have a visitor approaching from the west.
All right, I'm gonna stealth and draw my bow.
Now it takes a second for everybody to get up. In the meantime, because obviously this is not instantaneous. So, question is, we haven't really talked about it. Do you guys sleep with your armor on?
I do. Basically, it's lay on my back, bow at my side.
Okay. Second of all,
One
you're
time I
still
take
going to
it off
be
is when I'm
on
taking a shower.
some type of bedroll or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And still going to take you a second because you're prone. So at least
Okay.
there's that. So we understand that, and then it's not an instantaneous all of a sudden up. So, okay. Amit comes and starts to wake the party up. And Amit, the individual, draws a little closer, and then gives a little bit of a buffer. He's not trying to encroach. He says, please, a moment of your time.
Well, I have my axe to the ready, and I approach him with caution.
Okay. I have a message for your friends.
I escort him back to the camp slowly. I go behind him,
No, I'll stay here.
but
I have a message. Deliver it for me. I this is let them know that their curiosity has been humored up until this point. The crushing wave will not entertain their intrudence on our affairs any longer. They have been warned, and you being here with them, I'm warning you also. Tell them to stop, or their curiosity winds them up, just like the others. Starts to turn around to leave.
does anyone else do anything?
Yeah, I got my bow on this guy. Even in the prone position, I got a bow.
Well, I let him walk away, and I convey the message to the rest of the party.
Good.
But I also make note of what way he walks away from us.
He walks back the direction he came.
I'll be right back. Someone's at my door.
All right.
Okay. And as quickly as he showed up, he has disappeared.
I'm gonna try to understand this message.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm assuming that Gummy relayed the message to the group.
Yeah, sure.
And so
I think so.
I
I
look.
mean, I don't want to speak for him, but yeah, I would assume he's going to.
Yeah, he said he would relate it to him.
Yep.
To us.
So I look at Roland and Erdan and ask them, curiosity, crushing wave, any ideas what this is referring to?
Crushing wave water. There's no water here.
Pretty sure it's one of those cults we've been trying to look into.
If it's those guys. Hmm. I would like to be done with them.
I don't think we've specifically dealt with crushing wave yet.
No, we have nothing about crushing wave.
Roll. Irdon and Roland. Roll me an intelligence check really quick.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, just click the intelligence, like straight up. Just click the where the title for the ability score is. It's literally just gonna be a die 20 plus your modifier.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not smart.
I am so smart. SMRT. Roland. Give me one really quick. Roland?
Yeah.
Give him an investigation check.
Oh, he's got one. I'm
Intelligence.
sorry.
Oh.
It was stacked in with your
Sorry,
stealth.
I'm
I didn't
back.
see it.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
one
sorry.
big
It was
blob.
the chat was in yeah. Seems really familiar as from a couple days ago, which in our time was like a month and a half ago, but in game time, 1, 2, 3. How long ago would it have been? 4. 4 days ago, you guys fought somebody. And the crushing wave striking like a familiarity in your mind.
Well, the only thing I can recall would be the wind. But crushing waves, I just don't remember. They did say something about. Okay, go ahead.
Wasn't that guy that we came up on the encampment and then Lancealot annoyed him enough to the point of where we just let him go?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, we did let that guy go. I'm afraid of those people, really. Not yet, anyway. Well, we let one of their guys go. Could have killed him, but why?
Yeah, he was talking about someone named Jolliver and that Riverguard Keep, which I thought we were quite far away from. I thought that was this way.
Well, no. River Guard is kind of near. It's in here someplace. Cause see the Sarian River.
Oh, well, that would explain it.
And River Guard Keep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be in this area because there's a spire there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're the guys we got those swords from, actually.
Right.
So if you fancy more shark teeth, well, we're probably going to be running into those more soon.
Yeah, we can go to Feather Girl Spire and get more shark teeth for you. But yeah, the River Guard. I'm guessing they're in the mountains here.
Also, I have a question that I completely overlooked to this point.
And if I remember, go ahead.
Did we leave our horse and wagon there, or did we take it with us?
No, it's there. Take it with us. They threw us out the freaking spire.
No, at the ranch.
Oh,
He keeps
man.
buying more of them.
I know.
He,
He's got.
he hasn't learned that part of D&D yet. Like, it's okay. I went through like 6 horses before I figured it out too.
Can I retroactively say we brought him, please? I don't want to buy a fuck another one.
No.
We're not that far from the ranch.
Fine.
I'm gonna
Besides,
take
we're
my
tracking
cart and go
things.
home. Take your horse and go home, and maybe you'll remember him next time.
It's safer than the one we left at Feathergale Spire.
So that thing's probably like eaten and bones picked clean.
Possibly. The cart's still there though. But
Maybe we'll make-
horse.
Would push
Yeah,
that
probably
thing off
would've
the
been
cliff
good
too.
for tracking anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just get another one.
Just hold your horses.
I keep losing them, damn it.
He can't hold on to him. So the
The one
crushing
had a
wave
name.
told you
We
to
haven't
stop.
we haven't named him since.
Yeah.
The crushing wave. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
So we've been through our adventures. We've come into numerous cults. First one was in Red Larch. It was oh god, let me go back and see.
Did you share the Valorian campaign with them?
Well, they're
No.
asking about the.
Why would they know it?
Right. Okay. But
We came into a necromancer from the Black Earth. After that, I don't even remember where we found the. I think we only have heard of the Eternal Flame. We don't actually think we've had any dealings with them.
Yes, you have.
We have? I don't remember that.
yeah,
Now, if you remember, you can say it. But then
the Black Earth or the Eternal Flame.
Eternal Flame, that one. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, they were the guys with the fiery eyes at the bridge. They told us they were going across the bridge. Remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, those ones. So we didn't actually have a. Did we? I don't think we actually fought with them though.
No, we did
Okay.
not fight them. We did not kill ourselves.
No, there were 3 of you and 9 of them.
Right. Okay.
we,
Yeah.
we did not. We survived that day, so yes, we did not fight them.
Yeah, but it seems like the Black Earth we dealt with. How the Howling Hatred is the ones from Feathergale Spire, which chucked us off a cliff that we told you about
Right.
earlier.
Crushing waves, water. Yes. Okay.
And we've only dealt with them in passing, caught most of them off guard. They did have a caster with them, so I'm assuming that we'll deal with more of that later. Don't know much about the Eternal Flame. And that's kind of all I got, unless you want to put
Thank you
anything
for the earworm.
You're welcome.
Yep. I don't think we've seen their symbol anywhere yet, but we've seen them. We crossed paths.
No, when we were in that cave, we saw all the symbols.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we did. They were there, but we haven't found them since then. But we don't know where they're at in the world. We just know that they were crossing it over to, the bridge.
Seems that they don't all get along with each other.
Well, yes and no. I think there's something else going on there.
Yeah.
From what I can gather just from playing.
Well, no, I mean you're right. I know that I think the Feathergale is complaining about
Eternal Flame.
someone else. Anyways, we've been through our adventuring,
Yeah.
numerous cults. So I'm guessing that the curiosity they were talking about was when we kind of killed their group and let one of them go. And now that we're getting closer to them, I can only assume.
Is Gamit back?
Yeah, I said I was back like 5 minutes
Oh,
ago.
okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I hadn't even heard of.
Okay. So, do we want to continue on the path towards the mountains, or do we want to go back towards the forest? Oh wait, let's see. We can. Do we finish our lumber? Everybody get their full 8 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. Rest of the night was quiet.
Okay. Okay. So the morning time we'll ask.
Yay, my one has full charges.
Do we
Okay.
go? Oh, that's what you're rolling for. I was like, what are you rolling for? Do we go towards the mountains or back towards the high forest? The forest. Oh.
Well, if we think that our friends in the forest, I say we go there. Seems like if we go towards the mountains, we're probably in for another cult fight. So if we want to save our friend, probably the forest.
Okay.
Because I don't
Meat?
think the giant would have come from the cults.
Meat for cat?
I
Well,
agree. Go to the forest.
where do black dragons normally live? Since it was a black dragon that flew off with the hamster in its clutches.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do you know?
Hmm.
Well, for lack of any
I don't even know
other,
if I know.
then I would say I'm fine with the forest if that's where y'all want to go.
All right, we can go search in the forest.
Tis your friend.
I mean, she does have a point. Would the dragon even be in a forest?
How much would I know about dragons being a knight there, Lumber?
I'm trying to find out, but just because you're a knight doesn't mean anything. It's more of a regional type of shit. Hmm. Young shadow dragon. No, not Draco. No, not a Draco Lich. Holy shit. I'm in the wrong part of the book.
No, you're in the right part, Mark. There's just a lot.
No joke, dude.
Okay, black dragons dwell in swamps on the frayed edges of
Cool.
civilization.
Put that shit
As-
away.
I'll figure out how to put the internet away.
By not searching it and just playing as your player. I told you before, I got a problem with that. Play your character, not you, with Google.
My character doesn't know shit about black dragons, so that's why I
Got it.
asked.
Then just leave it at that. Don't ask Google either. Figure it out later, alright?
Alright.
Alright. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had to double check. Okay. Let's see. Who would be the most likely to? I'm gonna give Aerodon and Kirkad a roll for sure. But it's gonna be we can roll it into a nature roll.
Would it be nature or history?
Who's rolling?
Kirkad would have a shot. Airdown would have a shot. And then where you guys are from, Roland, Gamit, you wouldn't really know. And I don't see a reason why Nora would really have any specific knowledge for that. So, just the two.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I know even less.
Yeah, Airdown actually lost knowledge over it. He knew some things, but then he forgot.
That's a nat 1, ain't it?
Yep, it is.
Yeah. Yep. Anything with a red is natural 1. Anything that shows up green was a natural 20.
I would have liked my second roll instead.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you just man. Actually, Kirkat, just on nature of everything, Airdown would have a shot at knowing, but now that I think about it, it's also where you come from. Yeah, that would work for you. Like specifically blacks, you know every dragon has its preferred like environment and stuff. But but blacks live in, damn it. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch. Uh Anyway, guys, it's out of context. Don't take that shit out of context. Black dragons, specifically are tied more often to swamps, water, caves, sometimes foothills of mountains and stuff where there's watery access. Something through that type of terrain.
Alright.
Normally.
So
There's always
normally.
exceptions to the rules, but normally.
Yep. And the exception that proves the rule. Alright. Well, Ardon Roland. The attack yesterday seemed orchestrated since there were some humans there in the back with the dragon, and we had the goblins or kobolds riding wargs and whatnot. And Roland, you were following a lot of footprints until around right before the forest, right?
Oh, sorry. What? We were following the giant. Yes.
Right, but there were other footprints along with it. But then around the forest, all you were
Yeah.
able to track
I
was
didn't
the
see anything
giant.
else. Yeah.
Okay, and for all I can think of right now with a black dragon is water, and I don't know. I'm thinking that we're trying to follow or find Lancealot, so I'm not sure where we would want to track.
There's
The question,
water.
yeah, right. Well, there's the question is how coordinated whereas the humans and the dragon, were they working together for a specific purpose, or were they just kind of allied for an attack on the farm while not being really linked? So in other words, is Lancelot dragon stew, or was Lancelot taken for the humans? I don't know.
We don't know. Obviously, we're just hoping he doesn't get eaten. But yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It seems like there's two different paths to take here. One's into the forest where it looks like maybe the footsteps were coming from, and looking for some water there, or kind of following off around the way the giant was going or coming from. But
Well, if you're gonna
don't
ask
know.
me, I would like to continue tracking the giant or see if I can pick up the trail again. That's what's gonna happen if you ask her or just ask Roland. Roland's gonna track the giant. He's considering letting you guys have some choice, but he's gonna convince you guys to go this way. If I can pick up the trail again. So if Roland were to be asked, which way would you like to go? I prefer the mountain. That's where I came from. That's his. This way is where the giants were going. So, and it's a mountain giant. So, Roland will say, "I know the mountains better than I know the forest." So, that's why it's kind of up to you guys. If you say, "I don't think that's a good idea," Roland's going to listen. He might not like it, but he'll go along with it. Because he's figured we'll come back and kill the giant later. He's going to find a way to get you guys to go back and mess. Out of character, of course.
Think we should go back to the forest and explore the forest.
Okay, you guys insist. I just think the giant trail, if I can find it again.
For some reason, man, you were breaking up a little bit. What did you say?
I'm going to say, if you guys prefer, but, if I can get the giant trail again, at least it's something we have to follow. But if you prefer the forest, we can do that.
Yes. However, it wasn't a giant that took your friend. It was a dragon. And their army led us to the forest mostly. Your giant's footprints may be coming from just a giant camp. So I think we should follow where the army tracks led us to begin with.
I'm just going to nod.
I'll go with whatever Roland wants to, since I've been with him so long. I trust him.
I just nodded. That's all. I admit it. I'm not making a choice. I mean, so, yeah, Credit. Wait on you. Decide. You say forest, we'll go forest. Because Hernandez is
so-
going to agree with you.
So-
If you two basically say forest, I'm just going to be like, all right, whatever, let's do it.
So, question here outside is, so we had like the nature check. Is there just like an intuition or gut, or
What do you want to do? I'll tell you how to do it. I'm not a fan of like, hey, let me roll this check for this. Like, just tell me what you want to do
Right.
or what you want to figure out.
I just want to figure out forest or keep going the way we're going, where we had someone come and warn us away.
Yeah, that's big umbrella. What are you using to make your decision? Like, what do you want to know, or what are you trying to factor on?
What little I know with the thank you, I think that just did it. So following on what the attack was on the farm, and you guys are telling us about your run-ins with cults, I'm wondering if what attacked the farm or the ranch yesterday wasn't a cult, having humans and dragons and whatnot all together. I, t- I'm gonna pull a answer out of my tail and say the continue going west.
All right, good. We're going to the mountain. Roland's happy.
Okay. All right. Sure. So it's morning time. You guys have been talking about this for a minute. The sun's been on the rise. What, you gonna, I guess you could continue heading west or following those tracks, I guess, more than heading west, but following those tracks would be more accurate, yeah? Right?
Yeah, I believe so. Having Roland track the giant tracks.
Yep, I agree. Roland just smiles. You know, he's happy. And I'm going to continue looking for the giant trail.
Okay. You pick up where it was, or where you kind of left off.
Do I find it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's a little easier to find on
Amazing.
that.
I'm rested in
It's
the
been
night.
pretty clear ground. Able to actually move quite a distance. Some of this up. Okay. I wish they'd give you a copy of the map that didn't have names of shit on it. I tell you, man. Okay.
All right, rolling.
Yeah, so you're able to cover quite a bit of ground that hour.
Trail's getting rocky.
A little slow going, but you lost it and able to recover.
Boy, it's just getting tough. May not even be able to find it. I don't know.
You guys are getting up into the foothills. Not so much. So the Somber Hills aren't mountains themselves, right? But they kind of are. The hills part's kind of a misnomer. There are definitely some taller mountains and stuff in the range. You guys are getting into some of the rougher foothills. It's starting to dry out a little bit here.
Okay. Ready for now?
Okay.
Must have stepped into
Again, get
must have broken some branches.
kind of following some of the easier ground. Quite a few miles that hour.
Wasting all my good rolls tracking this damn thing.
Uh-huh. But I'm okay with it.
I'm saving my good rolls for Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay. It's starting to get a little harder, even with everything you got going on. And he's kind of tracked up into this mountain right here.
Okay. So knowing it's a mountain giant, right? It was a mountain giant, right?
Hill giant, yeah.
Yeah, hell giant. Do we see any caves or anything from where we're at now? Because it looks like we're on a peak.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I just blanked out.
Sorry, we don't see any like big caves or anything like that from where we're at. Those
No,
were
not specifically.
high ground. Okay.
And down the backside and lost them. It's starting to get kind of crazy.
I can't find any more of the trail. It kind of ends here. But obviously, it's a hill giant, so it's in these hills someplace. Oh, what time is it?
Clobbering time.
Right? Is it evening, noonish?
It's hammer time.
It might be.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, early afternoon. Some of the travel mid-afternoon through the mountains.
Okay. They're still going west, right?
Mm-hmm. Ish.
Ish. But I
Mhm.
kind of lost the trail.
Yeah.
I think the trail continues west. Yeah. I think we should continue this direction.
I have no objections.
Okay. Anyone else?
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll just go west. I was going to do
Okay.
a persuasion check. Or, yeah, persuasion check. Or a deception check because I've lost the trail. But I really want to kill another giant.
Just gonna head west.
Yeah.
Directly west. Are gonna follow the terrain a little bit, or are we gonna like stumble up
Yeah,
mountains
we'll
and shit?
follow any paths or deer trails, animal trails we see. Take kind of the easier routes.
Just because I'm dragonborn doesn't mean I can fly.
No. Most don't even have wings.
That would be really awesome. Though.
You
Yes,
can
but I
get them as
cannot
like a.
vertically ascend a mountain.
No.
You can get them as like a racial feat, or there's like something else that propagates itself later on, and it's a choice. You can either get that or something else. But so you guys kind of wind through the. Oops. Wind through here a little bit. How far you plan on going?
Do we notice that road?
Yeah, so that's if you let's see. Actually, there's a. I think Roland might be the one. There's let's say Natural Explorer. Oh, that's Mountain. There's one there was one somebody had, and I'm trying to remember what the ability was, but it was like a remember all the terrain around you and shit.
Keen senses. Is it keen senses?
There was one. I'm trying to remember who it was. In the first 3 of you. Oh, I thought it was you, man.
It ain't me.
Well, I kind of might think it was
Based
Vizier.
based on the amount of travel and stuff you guys have done, and the fact that you haven't come across another road yet, there's a chance it might be the road that heads south out of Belliard. Do you remember that?
Right.
How long does a ritual take to cast? I forgot.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. Are there animals in the area?
Yeah. Probably. I mean, you haven't seen any
There's at least
specifically.
one dwarf.
The reason I'm asking this is I tell the party that I can cast speak with animals, but it will
Okay.
take time to do. And I can ask them if they have seen any giants in the area or any unusual creatures or people.
If you wish to do that, that'd be quite helpful. Ask him if they've seen any giants.
Yeah, you can give it a little bit, 20, 30 minutes, find it, search, and you find a mountain goat.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want me to roll for this?
You should just be able to cast it, yeah?
Yes, it says cast as a ritual.
Okay. Speak with the wrong book. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck. Where the...
Yeah, I can cast beast sense and speak with animals as rituals.
Too old for this shit.
Beast sense?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I remember. I know speak with animals, but I was like, I didn't think that was a fighter thing.
It's not.
I was a bard one, so. And I played a druid. That's really hard to do.
Excuse me.
And I don't have it as a ranger because I never
Yeah,
used it as a
and
bard or a druid.
it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was kind of like,
yeah, you can find somebody. So you can find an animal or something.
You're gonna give us
Minimum
white
beast
rabbit
can
to
give
follow
you
down the hole or
information
something?
about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have to. No, the animal you found doesn't know anything about anything you describe as like a giant or anything to that effect.
We lost you.
Basically,
Oh.
you don't get any information from it. Like you get a couple, like there's a couple smaller animals and stuff, and you said I said you had found a mountain goat and some, a few things to ask, but you weren't anyway. You couldn't glean any information about a giant or anything resembling that. Not recently, no.
Okay, tell them that they're probably going in the wrong direction because the animals have not seen anything that resembles what we are looking for.
Well, that's unfortunate. I believe if we head north, we'll head to LR. Maybe we can ask someone there. But I really want to kill a giant.
It may be worth going into town, seeing if anyone knows anything, or we can still just kind of aimlessly wander.
I'm okay with looking at the mountain. I'm pretty okay with that. We can always come back to the road if we get lost, guys.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go west more on the easiest path.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me get my free hand object back. Yep, right here. another road actually that's right here. It's not really so much a road as it is. There's a very pronounced trail.
Another path. I don't know exactly where this one maybe goes north of Bel Air. But where does it go south to? Interesting.
Hmm.
That's out of character. In character. I just want to find a giant. You guys prefer anything?
No preference here.
Let's explore.
No preference either.
All right,
Alright, one sec.
continue
I
west.
am checking some out really quick.
Time is it? I guess we should find out what time it is in the day.
It's going in the late afternoon.
Okay, it's not dark yet.
Yeah, it may not be a bad idea to start looking for a place to camp.
Near the road.
Okay, one sec. Oh. Oh,
I don't think
okay.
maybe the road is a good idea.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Actually,
Okay.
I'm looking at like 3 different things at once. Sorry.
Okay, drugs are bad.
So you guys are new to this, but like this particular adventure module that I love the story. I love what's going on. I hate the way they wrote the book. And I've been complaining about the way they wrote the book to these guys for like 6 months now. And they're like, I wish they just, because they organized it, it's a shitty organization. Like every time we meet, I have to spend like 45 minutes bookmarking all the things I think you guys will do so that I know where they are. And right now I'm somewhere I didn't expect. So I'm just trying to catch up to everything.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
The
Ta-da!
Inquisition. The Inquisition.
I'll start singing that shit. my my girlfriend had never seen that, and we just watched that recently. The first time. She'd never seen it before.
Volume 1 or Volume 2?
I haven't seen Volume 2 yet, and I'm kind of worried about watching it because I know it's Mel Brooks, but I'm also worried that because Netflix put it on, like they forced him into some like catering to the woke culture bullshit, and it wouldn't be the same if he's not allowed to be himself. So like I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch it or not.
Wasn't
Well,
it History of the World?
Yeah.
yes. Part 1, not Volume 1. I think Mel Brooks was actually just like executive producer or something. I don't think he even wrote it.
Then it's not going to be as good. Then why do I want to watch it?
Part 2 is still pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I've debated. I haven't decided if I'm going to watch it yet or not, but we'll see.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Cool. It's fine. I need a minute anyway, just in case.
My wife's cracking the whip and saying, "Get back to the adventure." She doesn't want to be up till 2 a.m. this weekend.
Okay, I'm back.
Hmm. Okay. I have to. Okay. Cool. Do 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 do.
Oh, and it's Hulu, not Netflix.
What's that?
Either one, whatever. It's
History of the World Part 2.
still
Oh yeah.
same concern. That's all.
Well, IMDb has it at 5.7 right now, ranking or
Out of
rating.
10. Yeah.
Yep.
Excuse me. Mhm.
I need to buy the new D&D movie.
Oh, dude, the new one.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
awesome,
I thought you were about
dude.
to say the 2000.
Okay, but here's the thing, Taryn. Did you know they made 2 sequels to that movie? I did, and I've seen them both, and they got progressively worse. Hey, Valdez, what's up, man?
The first one was him and his friends stole something from the castle. The second one was the guy, the dragon guy.
It was painful to watch the first one.
Right?
Like, the first one was bad, and like, which is funny because it had like a lot of big name actors in it at the time. Jeremy Irons is in that movie.
The bad guy was a big name actor. I can't remember who he was.
Jeremy Irons.
Was that
He's
Jeremy
huge.
Irons? Okay.
Yeah, and then Thora Birch was big at the time because remember American Beauty had just come out and a couple of other movies she was in.
Oh,
So like
okay, yeah.
she was in that, and then the
Comedy
worst
guy, whatever.
casting ever, freaking Marlon Wayans was in it, and
yeah, he was the friend.
he was but who was the other guy? The main guy that played
You know, he wasn't in a lot of movies. I don't think before that was he.
He was like getting popular or something. He was some like boy band popularity type of guy, and like he was in a couple things, and he got into that, and that like destroyed his career before he started.
It ruined him.
And then the sequel, the sequel was some thief thing, and they ended up like they ended up fighting a white dragon, and there was like the same dude from the first one, not Jeremy Irons, but the guy that played his like right hand was in it.
Okay.
And it was bad. Like it was bad. Like straight to DVD bad, right? And then the third one came out, and like I didn't think it could get any worse. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And
there was 3 of them?
Yeah, the third one was it was The Book of Vile Darkness was the title of it. And it was like it was about the Book of Vile Darkness, and they were trying to get it, and like it was so like the book was such a main point of the plot that it was like a bad version of Army of Darkness.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It was bad. And it was like it didn't even go to DVD. That shit was like Sci-Fi Channel TV Saturday Night Special. Like that was the level that movie was on. It was so bad, dude. Like I started the movie and I was like, cuz I have a problem. I can't start a movie and not finish it. I don't care how bad it is. It doesn't matter. Like I can't do it.
Right.
10 minutes into this, I was like, this is going to be a shitty hour and a half. Like I couldn't turn it off though cuz it was D&D, and I won't let a movie stop. Like I won't not finish a movie. Because then
You're
I'll
just
be like,
hoping that it gets better.
Because then I'll dwell on it for a week about, well, maybe it got redeemed halfway through and now I have to go back and watch it again. Like no, this was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Like it was bad. Which was part of the reason why I was so excited about this one and so nervous at the same time.
I was more nervous. I'm like, I'm not gonna go watch it in theaters. I hope it does well.
Oh, dude, we went to the theater. It was amazing. It was absolutely like it was everything I wanted it to be, and it was written by 2 guys that had been DMing their entire lives.
Nice. Okay, good.
So
Hey,
like,
can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Yeah. Here.
My power just went out, so
Oh,
Okay. What's that mean for you to play? 'Cause
how
you're
are
on your
you
phone
in
right
roll
now?
20 still?
I'm on my phone.
On
In
roll
roll
20 on your
20?
phone and Discord?
No.
Your computer's on battery.
Oh,
No, I shouldn't be in roll 20.
It shows you still there. Let me refresh
it
it.
hasn't. Yeah, sometimes it takes a second to disconnect. So you're not in roll 20 anymore? Well, shit.
No.
Oh, because your power went out, so it never disconnected you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's bizarre.
So what's this look like then? I really am not about playing without anybody. I know we've talked about that before, and then we have. There's been times we've had to,
Right.
but I'm really not about it. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, this may be a good stopping point, anyways, because this gives you time to think about what's going to happen.
It depends on what you guys do in the next 10 minutes. That's really what it comes down to.
I know what my character wants to do, but it may not be the best thing for the team.
How much further were you guys exploring from that decision point when you said you were going to continue on?
Oh, west, that's all. Then we talked about maybe finding a place to hunker down for the night. So we were probably going to hunker down anyways.
Yeah, you said it was getting like late afternoon, right? So here in the mountains, probably nighttime comes on fast.
Well, these guys have been up here before, and down, and back up, and down really quick in these
Yeah,
mountains.
we
So,
flew down them.
Oh, you pulled a Princess Bride rolled down the mountain, huh?
yeah, except without the ground there.
Yeah. Yeah, except for there was nothing below us.
Um,
It was from
I'll let you guys
high
have that
place.
conversation here in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably tell
Well, you
you
guys
maybe
can find
bull
somewhere
kicks.
you think is pretty safe to
Is there any caves
go
or
to. You can
like
find a
places
shelter.
that
There's not a cave per se anywhere proximal to y'all, but there's like shelter and
maybe
overhangs and maybe like cutouts in the rock and stuff like that you can get to. Yeah.
Slime or
Mhm.
Yeah. There you go. Blizzard just
overhang?
disconnected you from roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we can do that. And then
Okay, yeah. Then,
okay, cool. I'm just rolling for
we can
randoms for the night,
sleep.
so we can.
I was gonna say we can sleep when Blizzard's back, unless you want to continue on your phone.
It's alright. I just rolled for the night. You guys didn't run into anything all night.
Oh, okay.
So, if you had, I would have waited, let y'all set up guard, figured out what shift it came on and all that stuff. But I'll just tell you that you didn't run into anything. So,
Okay.